welcome back to this channel where we spread love and positive vibes. And I want to start by thanking our returning subscribers and our new subscribers. We appreciate you and we really thank you so much. Today we are beating the drums and going all the way to the land we all love. Every day it's a joy to talk about Jamaica. It gives me the inspiration and the hope that you can start from nowhere and become somebody. You can come from anywhere and become somebody. It doesn't matter the place that you come from, because Jamaica is a small country, a very small island, and yet they have done great. The people of Jamaica have conquered the world in a very great and mighty way. And today we are going to look at 7 people that have really made tremendous impact and change in the whole world, and they are from the land we all love, the land of Jamaica. And these people, as I was reading about them, I really got inspired and I really wondered how daring the Jamaicans can be. They can do all what they think is good and important for them to do. They can conquer every mountain, every barrier, every hardship to be who they want to be. The people that I'm going to mention here are great men and women that came from a small island, and you cannot imagine such a small island can produce great and mighty people that are recognized all over the world, and they are the talk of the people all over the world, and they are admired and respected all over the world. Jamaica has produced giants. And these are among the giants that Jamaica has produced. Sometimes when I was going through them and their history and what they have done, I really got inspired that you can come from nowhere and you become somebody. Sometimes when I read the stories of the people of Jamaica, I don't actually read them. I can be glued to a book or even to a documentary, just reading about the people of Jamaica, just reading about the great works they have done, because I don't get tired. Because it really inspires me to learn that you can come from such a small island and become somebody and actually bring about changes in the whole world and bring impact in the whole world. This is a tremendous work done by resilient people, hardworking people, strong people, and patient people. So the first of these people is DJ Herc. DJ Herc is also known as DJ Kool. And me and you know the person I'm talking about. This guy, out of his passion for music and out of his passion and desire to entertain people, he came up with the music we call hip-hop. Who can imagine that the hip-hop music father, or the father of hip-hop music, was actually born in Jamaica? I am telling you today that the father of hip-hop music was actually born in Jamaica, raised in Jamaica, went through the struggles just like any other did. And therefore, it is so marvelous to see a small island producing such a great star. This guy, it is said that he was practicing, or rather he wanted to entertain his fans. He wanted to do something different. Remember that hip-hop music has roots in reggae music, in ska music, and in calypso music. So it is not actually that he came up with the hip-hop music, but he wanted to entertain his fans and make them enjoy music and actually make himself enjoy music. And therefore, it is said he made the people appreciate the hip-hop music and love it through his style, the dancehall style that he introduced to please the fans who actually gravitated or rather put the music towards this unique musical style, the hip-hop music. So actually he was entertaining fans, but the fans took this to the next level of the hip-hop music. That is how Jamaicans can be creative. That is how Jamaicans can be eager to ensure all what they do is brought to perfection. So DJ Kool was actually entertaining people, but the people took it to their own and they practiced these styles and actually brought about hip-hop. That is how hip-hop music was born. The next person, we all know him, we appreciate him, we love him, we remember his great work that he did to Jamaica and even to the black nations as a whole. This is none other than Marcus Garvey. His name is seen in schools, buildings, in highways, right across the globe, and for well-deserved reasons. So you'll find his name written everywhere along the highways of the world, in schools, in buildings, because he has made impact in the whole world. He brought about something that was unique, that was selfless, that was passion to see the black man free and the black man independent. Marcus Garvey was the founder, or Marcus Garvey was the founder of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, UNIA. And this movement was actually to fight for the sake of the oppressed and to actually make the people realize that when they are oppressed, they can stand for their own. He was also the founder of the Negro World newspaper that was actually to educate people and to make people know what are the measures they can take for them to acquire independence and to acquire freedom. He was also the founder of the Negro Factories Company and the shipping company Black Star Line. Do you know this guy was a hard-working yadi? He was a creative yadi. He was extraordinary person. All these companies were owned by him and he was running them. You can imagine. He was actually running the Universal Negro Improvement Association. He was actually taking care of the Negro World newspaper. He was also in charge of the Negro Factory Company, and he was also in charge of the shipping company Black Star Line. What a hard-working man. What a determined man. What a resilient man. And this guy was doing all this to bring about liberation of the black people, to bring about independence of the black people. And Marcus Garvey played a very great role in most of the independence of many countries, some of the countries in Africa. He was actually pushing for a united Africa. He was pushing for a way to cross from Africa to the Caribbean. Marcus Garvey did a lot of work to make sure the black people unite, the black people comes together, the black people works together and brings about a very, very strong, united Africa. He wanted to make sure that Africa and the Caribbean were united and were connected. This dream, I hope and believe that one day it will come to be. He worked tirelessly to see people liberated, to see people united and independent. Now we continue with Marcus Garvey. Imagine he secured opportunities for the people of Africa descendants. Imagine. This is a guy who was not just selfish, he was working to make sure even the others were free, were liberated, were independent. He changed history for actually lobbying for the black race to be proud of their heritage. Actually, he was emphasizing on the black people to be proud of who they are and to rejoice of who they are. And for sure, he attained his goal because we can see Jamaicans are very proud of who they are, and wherever they go, they actually identify themselves as Jamaicans. They respect their heritage, they respect their culture, they respect their history. This is what Marcus Garvey was fighting about, and he somehow attained it in the Caribbean. His speeches are even actually done. His speeches are remembered, and they inspire and motivate most of the people in the Caribbean, especially in Jamaica, and the black people in the world. His speeches have become motivation to the black man and even to the people of Jamaica. This is how a one person who has the determination, who has the power, who has the will, who has the resilience, can change the world. He changed the perspective and the thinking and even the pride of the black man, both in Africa and in the Caribbean. He wanted the black people to know they are fear-free and wonderfully created, and they should stand tall and appreciate who they are. And he has achieved a lot, because today, people really value who they are, they respect themselves, and they cannot allow to be actually stepped on by any other person. This is what Marcus Garvey was fighting for, and somehow he achieved it. So we have seen two people that have done great work to transform the world, to change the world, to make where they live better than how they found it. We have looked at DJ Kool, and we have looked at Marcus Garvey. Now, the next number is Usain Bolt. We all know this guy, and he's known all over the world. Jamaica rose to a great stardom position because of one Usain Bolt. Everybody actually came to know Jamaica and associated Jamaica with the fastest people because of Usain Bolt. And Usain Bolt is actually the leader, or rather the pioneer, or rather the one who has actually set a record that has not been broken. He is actually a sprinter in the whole world. His success at Olympic Games and World Championship has contributed a lot to Jamaica's image inside Jamaica and outside Jamaica. Jamaica has come to be known because of the contribution of Usain Bolt in the short distance races. And he has made a major contribution to the economy of Jamaica in terms of sports and athletics. His major athletic achievement have left the world in awe and made Jamaicans at home and abroad very proud to share citizenship with this great man. Every Jamaican is proud of Usain Bolt. I remember there was these Olympics that were at Paris, and everybody was talking about the record of Usain Bolt, and everybody was looking upon to see whether this record would be broken. To the amazement of every one of us, this record was not broken. So Usain Bolt record still holds. And you can see how one person, a very hardworking person, a very determined person, can change the perspective, the image, and even the belief of people around the globe about a particular country. Jamaica has become popular, has gained fame, has gained popularity because of one Usain Bolt. And therefore, when one person works hard, when one person becomes creative and determined to beat all the odds to get that high position, he does not just work for himself, he works for the whole world, because everyone admires and talks about Usain Bolt. The next one is a woman called Miss Roo. I'm sure the Jamaicans in the house can actually relate with this name. Miss Roo is just a nickname because her real name is Louise Bennett. Louise Bennett, affectionately called as Miss Roo, is responsible for adding prestige to Jamaican Creole or Patois language. So she contributed a lot to Jamaicans being proud of their language. She's one of the few icons who help Jamaicans to actually take pride in their language and not to be ashamed of how they spoke their language. So she made Jamaica realize that your language is beautiful. It is so unique. And imagine, because of Miss Roo, everyone all over the world speaks Patois. People try to speak Patois language, which originated in Jamaica. Here in Kenya, when I was doing a video and interviewing people around the streets of Kiambu, which is actually near Nairobi, you could hear the young men trying to talk Patois. So it is actually a language appreciated and respected, and everybody wants to learn Patois all over the world. Thanks to Miss Roo, who made the Jamaicans realize this language, you should not be ashamed of it. You should be proud speaking it. You should actually relate with it and be proud of it. Miss Roo proudly took Jamaican Patois to the world with her artistic poems and songs written in the native language and added the acceptance of the dialect as a creative language. Imagine this woman composed songs and poems in Patois language and took this outside the world. Can you see how Jamaicans can be daring? And I tell you guys, you cannot succeed in this life when you don't risk, when you don't dare, when you don't, you are not determined and resilient. So Miss Roo actually took the initiative to sing songs in Patois, to actually write poems in Patois, and not just to be used in Jamaica. She took them to the outside world. And she's known for contributing in Patois language, being known all over the world. The next person is Grace Jones. Jamaicans has got women and men of substance. Great people, hard-working women and men, resilient women and men who have tremendously changed the world. So we have Grace Jones. She rightly stated herself as modern-day pop stars Lady Gaga. She used to call herself the modern-day pop star Lady Gaga. This was a woman of substance, a very hardworking woman and a very determined woman who actually influenced people outside Jamaica and inside Jamaica. Anne and Rihanna were all inspired by the trendsetters Grace Jones. Can you imagine a woman coming from a small island, an island with very low population, inspiring great musicians in America? This was a great achievement for Grace Jones. And that is why I'm saying we should never be intimidated or have the fear to explore the world and to do the God-given talents that God has granted unto us. As a Jamaican singer and a lyricist and a supermodel and an actress, Jones certainly tested the waters with her creativity or creative customs and head-turning appearances. Wherever she passed by, heads would turn because of her style, her way of dressing, her modeling, her everything. She could look glamorous and everyone could turn their head. If it were not for her, it is said the world might not have ever seen models, superstars, and musicians dare to explore the heights of creativity. She went up and above what the common people were doing. Can you see a small island making an impact in the world? Imagine this great woman set a stage for the appreciation of her style in the entertainment world. A young woman coming from a small island very, very far in the Caribbean, coming out, setting records, setting a stage, influencing great people all over the world because of her modeling styles, her her superstar style and music style and all that. She actually brought a very, very great impact in this industry. The next one is Millie Small. Actually, another woman. Look at the great women of Jamaica. I've talked about Miss Rue, I've talked about Grace Jones, and now I'm at Millie Small. Her first song was My Boy Lollipop. And back in 1961, that is when she sang this song. This is actually, if she's ever alive, I don't know whether she's alive, but she must have lived those many years and made a statement in the whole world. So she produced her first song, My Boy Lollipop, back in 1961. The teenage Jamaican singer and songwriter catapulted from singing in Jamaica to singing all over the world. Can you see? These people are great, daring people. They could dare where the others could not. They have come from a small country. They are black. They are actually determined to conquer the whole world. So we see Millie Small actually starting small in Jamaica and actually taking her songs to the whole world. This is a great achievement. And she does not stop there. I will continue to tell you what else Millie Small had done. Let me talk about had done. Can you imagine this woman starting small in Jamaica? She rose to international fame when she introduced the ska music to the world with a chart-topping single. So this woman just started as a teenage, a young woman in Jamaica, starting small, starting to sing, and she rose to become famous in Jamaica and later became famous in the international world when she introduced the ska music to the world with the chart-topping single. Her first hit exposed the world to the unique flavor of Jamaican music. The world came to appreciate the music, the Jamaican music, and their lyrics and their style of dancing because of this great woman we are calling Millie Small. So these people beat or rather overcame all the odds to actually make a lot of influence in the whole world, having started from a small island. And I want to say, this is actually an inspiration to us, a motivation to us, that you can start from small beginning and become whomever you want to become in the world. Because the world treats you the way you actually show the world you are. So these people actually came from a small island, but they taught the world they can actually rule the world, they can subdue the world, and become great people admired all over the world. Not forgetting the reggae icon, Bob Marley. Bob Marley actually started in Kingston, Jamaica, and he played reggae music and had a great influence using his music to preach peace, unity, and actually showing the world that you can start small and your music is remembered all over the world. The reggae music is celebrated by everyone all over the world. It has created impact. It has brought about changes politically, social, and all angles of life. The reggae music has made impact just because of a young man who believed in himself and actually sang and produced the music and took it to the next level to be sung all over the world. It is said Bob Marley actually had a lot of influence in the political decisions of Jamaica. At one time, there was actually a threat to a civil war in Jamaica because of political differences of two political parties. And it is said that Bob Marley, in his performance of One Love, he held the hands of the two people and actually made them to greet each other, and that was the end of the differences between the two politicians. This is how strong music can change the world. This is how big music can be. And that is why we celebrate the great men and women of Jamaica who made a difference in their own country and outside the world. And this shows us with determination, with hard work, with resilience, with the strength, you can become who you want to become. Guys, that is the end of my video. See you during the next video. Bye bye and God bless.